Welcome everyone to another episode of Followers of Mayhem. I am sorry if you can hear the AC in the background. It is unfortunately 30 degrees. That's around 90 degrees Fahrenheit for you who live in the Fahrenheit zone. It's similar to the danger zone, but less dangerous, I guess. I don't know. So, in the last episode, we had an attempt at, an experiment to see if we can do combat a little differently, and it failed spectacularly. So, in the end, one member was tragically kidnapped. No one is quite sure where they went, but rumors are they're at Lundruck, as that's what the man who they tortured said. And after resting and the army slowly fortifying the town so that they can defend it, the party has reawoken and is witnessing a brand new day.
You know, back when we first came here, I honestly didn't like this town, but I actually think it's might have grown on me a little.
First impressions aren't everything.
Isn't that the truth? We've come a long way since we were first here, huh?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it seems this town's been through a lot too.
Well, at least the town's a little more secure now, and, well, it looks more alive than it did when we were here last time. I wonder if that girl and her mother I yelled at that one time is still around.
The girl that asked if she could pickpocket her gold?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, after all this time, I kind of hate to say it, but maybe I had a bit of a black and white view of things back then, and, well, now I'm starting to understand it's not as simple or as bad as I thought. I really do want to apologize to them if I can, at some point.
Well, we've got plenty of time before we head out. You want to go look for them?
Well, I suppose so. What are the rest of you doing?
Who's the word, Dennis?
Dennis was apparently thinking of something. I wasn't really paying attention.
Apparently. How about Grisura?
Grisura was keeping an eye out the situation. Just not talking.
Alright, well, seems like you and I have got a bit of time to kill Kagura, so let's go and, I don't know, enjoy ourselves before we have to get back to reality.
Alright, so to look for her, it'll be perception or microphone. I am talking. Okay. Investigation, persuasion, or you can ask Elnath.
You know what? Easy enough. Just go up to the man and ask him.
Alright. He looks to you all and then he said, It's not you, Jen. My microphone, it keeps cutting out on occasion, so I can see the activity, so I can tell when the players can't hear me, even if you guys can hear me fine. But, he looks to you and then he says, "Oh, yes, I know who you're talking about. Just a moment." And he turns and looks to, the crowd. And then he points and says, "Alright, they'll be right here."
They will be right here? You mean you're going to get them, or?
Oh no. And a few moments later, a woman walks up with a small, familiar child.
Alex takes a moment to process and he says, "Oh, right, yes, the whole time loop thing, right."
No, I just used sending.
Oh. Alright then. Alex, clears his throat and, approaches the, woman and child. Not entirely sure if they remember him, but he does. But if they do, he looks very, very different because of the scales and everything.
They don't really seem to have much in the way of recognition, at least from what he can tell.
Hello there.
Good day, sir. You are one of the followers of Mayhem, yes?
That I am, yes.
How can we help you?
Well, I wanted to apologize to you and your daughter personally.
Oh, no problem.
You don't remember me, do you?
Not a lick.
Well, that's understandable, I suppose. Back a good few months ago, your daughter came up to me and asked if she could, pickpocket from me, and I gave her a gold. And then, well, one thing led to another, and then I yelled at you and said, "What were you teaching her?" And I dropped an F word.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember that. It's been so long and so much has changed, you know? Hey,
And I could... But yeah, Alex scratches the back of his neck and he says, "Well, even still, I've kind of grown, I suppose you can say, since then. And I wanted to apologize for treating you and your daughter like just straight criminals."
Well, we were kind of, in a way, straight criminals, but that's just the sort of town Shady Sands is.
It's better than Prosh, I'll say that much.
She gives a laugh at that and then says, "Well, at least we don't pretend to be civil." And then she looks
Sure
down
enough.
to her daughter and kneels and then says, "Now what do we say to men that are decent?" The child looks puzzled for a moment and then looks to Alex and then says, "Thank ya!" And then,
You're welcome.
after a moment, the child mutters, God damn it, my memory. What's the word for someone who's just been scammed?
Jump.
Chump,
Sucker.
that's it. Thank you.
Sucker?
Sucker.
Sucker.
That's it. Thank ya! Sucker. And she gives a little giggle.
Did Alex hear that?
It's up to you. You can roll perception if you want.
You know what, let's go. Go just for the hell of it.
Yeah, you'd probably hear it.
He just kind of smiles and chuckles at that.
The woman pats her head and then says, What can I say? It's our culture."
Well, like I said, at least it's better than Prosh. You're all at least honest about what you do.
She gives a wave and then says, "If you ever want some lessons on making sure you don't get pickpocketed, feel free to come my way. I'll give you a reasonable price." And she gives this sort of like wink as she begins to walk away with a child.
Alex, he processes that for a bit and he just thinks to himself, thank goodness I've already taken, and so is she. Well, that's taken care of. Thank you, Elnath.
Oh, no problem at all. So as I was saying about the, continue.
It was just a small thing, but it was kind of weighing on me a little.
No problem at all. Happy to help. He then turns to Sasha and Butler and then says, so as I was saying, I really think we should have necromantic Alcats. We can find their bones, we can resurrect them, and then we can use them to ride into battle. They won't fly very well, but we can counter that with a flying spell. And then Butler just goes, we're not doing that.
Alex just kind of walks away and rejoins everyone.
Oh, what are you up to?
I'm trying to determine if Dennis heard that.
Okay. Sure. They're not that far away.
Okay, he face palms.
So, Willa, what are you up to?
I'm gonna rejoin the group and she's gonna look to Alex in particular because he believes he has keys. Hey, Alex, you open the demi-plane for a little bit? And also, can I borrow a key so I can get out? Or you leave it open? Or... That's what you do.
You do have two keys.
Yeah, I do have 2 keys, yes. Mostly because I'm paranoid that giving the key to someone else is going to result in us being spied on again.
Okay.
But yeah, he walks up to her and he says, "Oh yeah, do you need to attend to your gun or something?"
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Alrighty then. He opens up the door for you. There you go.
Thank you. And I believe Maid is still in the demi-plane, right? Oh, Sealy?
She should be, yes. Let me double check though. Let me see. Maid is... let's see. Maid. Was Maid ever in the... oh, yes. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's still in the kitchen.
Okay. Alara's gonna head to the kitchen.
I could make a joke there, but I really don't want to.
No. Stop that.
But yeah, Alex is just gonna leave it open because he imagines she won't be too long.
Alright.
I'll be really long.
All right. Just be careful, all right? Don't go losing the key. He gives her the spare key.
She jumbles around with it real quick and then catches it. Oh, got it. Thank you. And she runs inside.
Alright.
He just sighs and he says, "Making 2 of those was the biggest mistake we ever made."
So, I'm going to move the map just so everyone can see what's going on. But Allah, you just entered the demi-plane. Everyone else is still outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly tend to the garden, in particular,
Alright?
because I recall I have to tend to it almost every day, otherwise they'll die.
Yeah, the plants are... they grow super fast, so you actually have to water them 5 or 6 times a day.
Oh lord, I live here now. Okay.
I got out of the druid business only for it to pull me back in.
But, yeah.
Okay, so after watering for hopefully I get at least 2 hours or if not longer free time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen to find Maid. Maid, you in here?
Oh, is the war over yet?
What? No. What are you talking about?
Oh, darn. Well, I guess I better get back to cooking then. An army marches on its stomach.
Have you been using my garden?
Oh, no, I
Don't
have
lie to
my
me,
own.
Maid.
I have my own supplies and...
Where are you getting supplies from, Maid?
She gives a look and then says, "You do know Butler can create a mansion that has enough food to feed like 10 or so people?"
We have an army outside made.
Yes, I know.
Moving on. Do we have ingredients in here that I can borrow?
What for?
Reasons.
She sighs and then says, "Just a little bit, alright?"
Oh, never mind. I actually need a lot of it, so I'll tell you. I'm making cakes.
Oh, cakes! Oh, I can help you with that. Let's make one. She's already getting out the baking pan and saying, "Alright, so I'm thinking we make a lovely fruit cake with a really raspberry topping, and we'll have, multiple layers." And she goes on and on about how she's thinking of making the cake.
Well, maid, I need 2 cakes. One small one, one big one.
Alright. She hands Alara a tin and then says, "I'll get started on the big one then, shall I?"
Okay. Yes. Make it so that it's good for multiple people. Of course.
Of course. Just a regular sponge cake then. We don't want to have any allergies getting in the way.
That's right. And then she gives her a finger gun as in a confirmation before she starts working on her own.
Alright.
I think chocolate would be good. Wait a minute. Okay. And then she's gonna use mislead.
Okay.
Where is Elnaf's room?
Oh.
I'm not asking this. I'm not asking this, Lee.
Elnat's room is right here, where his token is. That's his room right there. It has a heart-shaped bed and everything.
Alright. Is it unlocked to a degree? Or how
is-
sturdy are we talking about?
It is currently unlocked, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna enter the room. What
Alright?
do I see in the room?
You see a heart-shaped bed, some drawers, a cabinet. A basic generic room.
This is invisible, Alara,
Oh.
by the way.
Oh, you also see a fake window.
Perfect. And then I'm gonna look for it underneath the heart-shaped bed real quick. What do I see?
You see a hatch that appears to be warded.
Dispel magic.
You're gonna have to roll for that. It's a 9th level spell.
Oh shit, son. Alright, what did I roll for that?
It's it's 1d20 plus your magic modifier, and the DC is, I think it's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I think it's 19?
And it's my spell, it's my spell a bonus, or is that actually my modifier? So that'll be 3.
I'm pretty sure
I think it's actually a skill check with your spellcasting skill.
Yeah, it's 1d20 plus your spell modifier, so plus 3.
Ew. Okay.
You don't get to add proficiency to it.
Okay. I will check other places first. What do I see in the drawers?
You see some basic clothes. They're all labeled. Like, there's one set that's called, Basic Outfit 2, and then there's another one that's Serious Mode, and then there's another one that's Invisible Armor.
God.
That seems to be nothing, but when you look at it closer and touch it, you realize there is indeed armor there.
Not here either. She just mutters, and then she looks around more. I'm
What
gonna do
do
an
you-
investigation.
What are you
I'm looking for the chocolate. I'm looking for his stash.
Oh, I see. Alright, roll an investigation.
Alrighty. 20.
Alright. So you go to the cabinet and you open it up. At first there just seems to be bottles of wine, but then you notice that they actually appear to be able to open as well, like the cabinet. So as you open the wine racks, you see a small little tunnel.
How much time has passed?
5 minutes?
Okay, I'm going in.
Okay. It's a bit of a tight fit because you're a center, and it's a little awkward, your back hurts a little, but you do manage to get through. And, you find yourself in a room filled from top to bottom with the dragon chocolates.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my satchel, and I'm gonna take as much chunk as I can.
Alrighty. You make a sizable dent into the chocolates.
Damn, he has too much. This man needs to learn his lesson well. And then she walks all the way back to Maid and then dispels Miss Lee completely, and she just has a sack over her back.
Maid looks over and then says, "What's in the bag?"
Chocolate.
What sort of chocolate?
The one I'm gonna make a cake into.
Very well. She goes back to cooking.
She starts making the cake with the chocolate in question.
All
So
right.
much chocolate is baked into this cake that it might as well just be fudge.
Yeah, basically, it is just fudge. It's just a cake shaped chocolate.
Perfect.
She then looks to the cake and then says, "I take it that's for Elnath then."
Oh no, this is to destroy Elnath. And then she starts carving it.
Very well.
She carves it as the shape as a dragon.
She sort of tilts her head, a bit confused, but just continues making the cake. Like, she can tell this is probably something she doesn't want to get involved in.
Alright, that's
Regardless
most of my
about-
time so far.
Alright. So I'm gonna head back to the other group and I'll let you know when the cakes are done.
Okay.
So, Kagura, Grazura, and Fiona is not yet here. So it's just Kagura, Grazura, Dennis. What are you guys doing?
And Alex.
Yes, but I want to give them a chance because they haven't had a chance to do any role playing.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm guessing Virna, the character, isn't here.
Fiona's still asleep in character
Oh. Okay, so.
because they're still waiting on her to arrive.
Okay, so Gazura is walking and coming across Kagura. She folds her arms. Now that we've taken Shady Sands, any suggestions on where to conquer next? And she air quotes the word conquer. She's trying to be funny.
The man we captured said Emran was taken to Lundruk.
That's a pretty tough cookie.
It's been a long time coming.
But do you think we're strong enough to march into Lundruk?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to prepare. We need forces. I think we're gonna have to call. I think it's finally time for me to call on the druids.
Grisera, you see a look of disdain on her face as she thinks of one particular druid. But she's trying to hide it.
I've been meaning. I know what you're thinking, and to be honest, I've been meaning to negotiate an alliance with Eris for a while. It just haven't been able to get around to it. Well, we should probably get the I should probably get the Rogues Guild involved too somehow. That Lundruk is their home too.
What about sending a letter to Sarai? Having him relay to your boss, was it?
I don't know where he is.
As you say that, you glance to the entrance to the inn, and you see the familiar sight of a man, well, a raccoon, trying to hit on some females that are trying to drink.
Oh, can I do something here?
You may.
Echo will be right next to him. Come on, Sarai, it ain't like that. You gotta do a little better.
Are we hearing? Are we hearing
Does
this?
Kagura hear this?
Yeah,
You're
you
the-
can.
Found
You
it.
said you said they're in the inn a lot, so that's why I moved them there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kagura looks to the end and see like, I guess we found him.
Grisera pinches her. The ridge between her eyebrows. Do you want me to drag them both out, or just Sarai?
Just Sarai.
Okay, give me 5 minutes. And Grisera goes into the inn, and come on, lag.
So all I need you to do is,
There we
Kagura,
go.
would Sarai resist?
Just because he doesn't know who it is, who it would be. She's
You
probably
sure?
she's probably
He
grabbing
will
him.
resist being manhandled. Really, Sarai.
Of all people.
He wouldn't know if like Grisera's grabbing him from behind, right?
I was gonna grab him by the collar from behind, yeah.
Then he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know it was her at first.
Okay, so let's see. Strength versus Dex. Just roll 1d20 and add your modifier. Grisera rolls Strength and Sarai rolls Dex. Not a save, just straight Strength like Grisera did. You did
Yeah.
it fine. I'm just saying straight Dex, Kagura. Not a save. So Sarai feels sort of like he's been in dangerous situations before, and he can tell when someone's approaching from behind. So he immediately turns, and he's already reaching for his blade before he realizes who it is.
Oh, it's you. Hi.
Grisera points outside with her thumb. Kagura wants to speak with you.
Of course he does. That guy always has the worst timing. See you in a bit, ladies. I got a friend waiting for me.
I
I'll
love
keep you
Sarai.
company.
One of them
Grisera's-
actually says.
Grisera is struggling to not hurl.
The girl in question is this giant of a orc, like an actual full-blooded orc, and the voice is so high-pitched, and there's a drink already in her hand as she's drinking it down. They're clearly very drunk, even as an orc.
Can I roll Constitution to see if I prevent myself from puking at Sarai's flirting? Okay. Save or straight?
It's a save because you're saving against an effect. Alright, so you make it to the group without hurling. What do you do?
Grisera straightens herself out and gestures to Kagura. Found him.
Damn it! I was hoping to see you drag him out kicking and screaming.
He was. Apparently, I'm having an off day. Because I was just about to grab his collar, and he rolled away from me, and was about to grab his dagger.
In my defense, I didn't know it was her. Second of all, you actually wanted me to get caught from behind. Man, you're an asshole. And you're an idiot. How many times are you going to keep calling me that? I'm going to keep calling you that until it stops being true. Well, she said you were looking for me. What do you want? I need you to get in touch with the master, and possibly Alex's parents as well, and let them know, we're preparing to move in on Lundruk. That's we're doing that already, huh? We had somebody in our forces got taken, and we were told that they are being taken there. So yes, we're doing that already. Oh, then I guess I better get on it then. Don't want to be late for that, huh? You damn well better not. Noted. All right, later, guys. I'll be back with help. Maybe.
You just see a smoke cloud of Sarai where he was standing.
You just see him casually walk over to where Sasha and Ilnath and Butler are.
You're cutting out.
You see him walk over to Sasha, Mike, Butler, and Ilnath. I'm not angry at you, I'm just angry at my mic. Just to clarify.
Technology's a bitch.
So, moving on.
He's friends with Elnath?
You tell me.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a stretch. I mean, Elnath is related to me and my family, and if Sarai's got any relation to my dad, there you go.
Sarai actually seems to be talking more to Butler than anyone else.
Well, it seems like Butler's the guy to go to, so there you go.
What would Butler have to do with getting in touch with the rogues?
Well, we wouldn't really know. We wouldn't really say because, we got the necklace things.
You cut out.
I'm sorry, you cut out?
I said, well, we wouldn't really know, and no one would really say because, we all got the throat things.
Right.
Little tattoos around our necks.
Right, as much as I hate to say it, we're gonna have to figure that out on our own. Like, we have to figure everything else out on our own.
Would you just stop?
As Alex and Kagura are arguing, Gazura notices a familiar face across the way. Oh, hey, look, it's Lin Sing.
The monk we went into that tomb with?
Yeah, you see her just walking by through the alley, looking around with caution.
When did she get here?
Yeah, after. Guess the news of Shady Sands coming back to life must have spread pretty quickly.
She eventually notices the familiar faces near the inn, and is like, "Oh, I was not expecting to see you all here."
You haven't heard? We're practically the ones who led the attack that freed this place.
Oh, you did. I was not aware.
Yeah, long story short, we declared war on the Syndicate.
You did?
Well,
Yeah,
It
kinda.
was a long time coming.
But
Goodness.
anyway, enough of the serious stuff for the moment. Alex walks up to her and holds out his arms. Lynn's saying, "How you been?" and tries to give her a hug.
She bear hugs him.
Okay, gotta remember, giant panda, big strength. Right.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't feel. Getting suffocated doesn't feel good, does it?
I don't know. I mean, it felt warm and it kind of felt nice at the same time. I don't know.
Oh, what-
It's,
Like being
it's-
hugged by a bugbear.
it's,
when it made-
it's
You're lucky you. When it was happening to me, it felt cold and slimy.
Hmm.
So, Kagura, Sarai finds out that they're already they're already starting to move towards. Let me try this. They're already starting to move towards the towards Lundrak and get things set up and ready to attack the rogues and the cartographers. They're just slowly moving all the other forces, like the clerics and that, over as well. Like, they've already got a small encampment set up underground.
Looks like there's no turning back now.
well, we got quite a bit of distance.
You don't. This is Sarai. You aren't with
Oh,
Sarai.
okay.
I'm explaining this to Sarai, so he can tell
Okay.
the others. And Butler will then give a nod and then say, "You should probably tell him."
On it. He's probably gonna roast my fur off if I don't get back to him ASAP. So later.
They wave him off and then they go back to discussing why summoning skeletons is not a viable defensive strategy.
Anyways.
Back so soon. Yeah, real quick here. It seems everybody's already moving in on Lundrak. You know, the rogues, cartographers, and apparently, I guess everyone else.
But yeah, before he goes on further, Alice goes and he puts a finger in front of his mouth, and he shifts his eyes around, and
You see nothing. And
Okay.
anything you do see, you briefly... And the one thing you do see is only appears briefly before Elnath just casually glances up to it and just fires off a spell and it vanishes.
Okay. We're
Am
safe.
I good?
We're safe. Okay.
Okay, so, TLDR, everybody's going to Lundrak. In fact, they already have an underground camp there. It looks like we're just waiting for you guys. That's fast. Yeah, well, we work fast, so, and I guess.
All we needed was a messenger.
Well, it's quite the
Perhaps-
distance. Sorry.
Perhaps I could help with that.
Oh.
I do have an owl cat.
Oh yeah, that's right, Dewey.
Yes, Dewey. Any messages that you have, I will be happy to deliver them for you.
Grisera whispers to Kagura's ear. You think we should mention that we have an owl cat now? With some eagle dogs?
We just give her ammo to gloat. Oh, she has better control over her owl cat than we do right now.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Well, actually, you are rather right. Right, you serving as a messenger, that'd actually be very very beneficial, because, well, now that we're making a move on Lundrak, Alex actually gives a sly smile. I say it's about time we started calling in favors.
What do you mean favors?
Oh, you know, everyone we know, everyone we've talked about, made out allies with. Say, for example, Sword and his associates.
Wait, so practically everyone we've met on Mayhem thus far.
Oh, yes. Definitely everyone.
If we're going to do this, we're going to need to fortify places like Shady Sands.
Well, I'm sure Elnath and Sasha can take care of that.
Because I hope so. Because the last thing we need is to try and recapture a city we just took.
Well, the city's already looking pretty strong in and of itself, so we may be all right. And that aside, actually, there are a few more people we can call on too.
Oh?
Well, someone who may have a very personal stake in getting back at Jule. Not just Sword and his group.
Personal?
Well, I don't know how personal it is to him, really, but I bet he certainly wouldn't say no to his daughter.
You mean that guy?
He slowly nods with a shit-eating grin.
But how are you going to contact him? Isn't he back in the Nine Hill?
Ah, you forget. Sending can actually traverse planes.
Well, I don't know much about sending, so...
Well, we either get his one and only daughter to do it, or we get our resident crazy man to do it.
So, neither of those is a good prospect. But if I had to choose, I might say give Virna a shot.
Yep. But yeah, do we agree then? We'll call in our Hell Knight.
Sarai kind of leans over to Kagura and says, "Hey, buddy, you mind if I mind if I talk to you one-on-one on real quick? Can't you just say it? And can't you just say it in front of them too? It's kind of something that you need to hear uninterrupted."
Grisera pats Kagura on the shoulder. You go ahead and talk to him. Alex and I will talk to Virna.
All right, I'll listen. Just don't say it. If I hear the word "ladies," I'm punching you. You really suck. You know that? just trying to keep the conversation serious. I think you're being too serious, man, and you're not being serious enough.
Okay, you two, just go and find a room and talk it out.
And kiss! Elnath quips in with a student grin.
Not like that. Just go.
I certainly ship it.
No. That's like a bro ship. God.
Oh, I made one fatal mistake. Damn it.
As they
So
go in, Grisera pulls on Alex's arm to find Virna.
Alright, so Allah, we'll come to your thing right after we finish with Kagura and Sorai, alright?
Okay.
Okay. And Vienna's still not here, so we'll have to wait for that. Okay. Kagura, go ahead.
So, before I say this, can you promise me you aren't gonna do your whole get mad, yelly, you can be all what the fuck kind of thing, you know? That depends. Is what you're going to tell me actually important? Yes, actually, it's something that has actually been getting hidden from you and quite frankly myself for quite a while, actually. Hidden from both of us. Yeah. You see, yes. That butler guy? The one with Elnath? Yeah, what about him? He's kind of the boss? Kagura's jaw drops and goes like, what? Yeah, he's our boss from back in the day. You mean to tell me that the one who's been you mean to tell me that we've been getting trained by that man Butler is the one who trained us? Yes? You're sure about this? I was there. I found out in his office. You know there was only one person. There was only one way he could have gotten in there, you know? Why should I really should not be surprised? Well, you're not gonna get mad at anything? Not at you. I certainly am going to have to talk to him now. You're not gonna do that now, are you? That depends on if I go outside and he's still there. I just might. Oh, best of luck with that then. Slider, obey me. As at this point, you see Kagura barge out of the inn and look around.
All right. So I'm gonna stop you there, just because Allah's been waiting patiently for quite a while, Mike, for quite a while. Allah, your cake's finished, both of them.
Okay. Well, another thing. Dennis has been waiting too. So, is he gonna do anything?
Dennis is waiting for
This
what?
is true. I filed that he was going to go talk to his favorite person, and then I waited for RP slots.
I figured you were just removing Dennis from the situation because you didn't want
Well, if you have stuff that I can RP with for him.
I will get to you right after Allah, and then I'll finish with Kagura, and then we'll go to Vienna. Okay?
Okay.
Allah.
Looking at both the cakes, Alar smiles with satisfaction. She looks pretty dirty from all the work she and Maid had done in particular. And then she looks to Maid. Thanks, Maid. This will help out a lot.
Oh, no problem. Happy to help.
Alrighty. And she said some... Ooh. Maid, I need to hide these.
Well, you have a room, do you not?
I don't trust my room. Not looking around. He
Well-
can smell these.
Well, even Elnath isn't allowed in this kitchen. So, they're pretty safe here.
Alright, I'll leave him in the kitchen. Make sure he doesn't get it.
Yes, dear.
Thank you. And she like huffs and like turns.
Kids.
Alar just felt like a jab through like her emotional heart when she said that. And then she like moves on with her head lowered.
It was more like a, kids. Like, you know, like the whole, Like an old lady going, kids. To
Okay,
adults, you know,
I
like.
got it now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna retcon that then part in particular. She heads to the. She looks for Seren in particular first.
Alright, you arrive at Seren. She's mostly just fixing a bow, making sure it's working.
Hey, I got a surprise for you.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, but you gotta wait a little bit, okay?
Okay. I'll just go back to, and, you know, stringing the bow.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can meet. You can wait in the main hall if you want to.
Alright.
Or we can do it later. Just up to you.
Okay, I'll go over there right now.
No, it doesn't have to be right now. Just in a few minutes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it can be right now, actually.
Yes, okay. She gets up and begins to hurry right there.
Poor Shren. Now you know how I feel with anxiety.
Alex spoke confidently as she raised her head in pride, and then moves over to the other people outside of the demi-plate. She has to use a key, I'm guessing, right?
I think yeah, you would have to be unless you left the door open. Anywho.
No, Alex wouldn't.
I think Alex did leave the door open.
Anywho.
Well, I said I'd leave it open because he assumes that she's not going to take long. Then she says, I'm going to take long, so he gives her the spare key, and then there you go.
Okay.
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 So, Dennis, you head into the demi-plane, draws, you know, reading a book.
Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today?
I'm well, how are you?
Good. Have I introduced you to Sparkles yet?
You have not.
I see. Well, I'll introduce you to Sparkles.
Okay.
He then takes her over to the forgot what they're called.
The owl cat.
No, the place where you store animals.
The stable.
Stable? Yes. And he goes over to Sparkles and he says to Sparkles, "Hello, Sparkles. This is Draw, my girlfriend. Draw, this is Sparkles, my mount. She's surprisingly good at chess."
Oh, well, I have to play a game with her then. And Draw sits down, and they begin to play chess. And you're just kind of left awkwardly standing there as they play, and they actually seem to be enjoying each other's company. And
he's like, "Meh, I'll just watch."
Alright, so
The first and second most beautiful things I know of are playing chess. I'm fine with this.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it there if that's alright with you, Dennis.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Next up, Kagura, and then we'll move on to Vienna. So, Kagura.
Alright, so at Kagura approaching Elnath and his group, and as he's doing this, Sarai kind of goes up to Alex and he's all, "Say, Alex, Kagura wasn't lying when he said he doesn't go full irate anymore, did he? Was he?"
Not anymore, I don't think. I mean, ever since we kind of did the whole woogity boogity thing with it, and he's kind of chilled out.
What now?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But
Alex just kind of goes. It was a whole big complicated process. You don't really need to know the specifics of it, but basically we almost literally pulled the angry out of him, and we just put it somewhere else.
That does indeed sound very complicated.
So we don't have to get out of here in the net. So we don't have to run out of town within the next 5 minutes.
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Then it means I'll have all the time in the world. He runs off and hides.
Alright. What does Kagura do?
He approaches his Elnath's group, and he's standing there crossing his arms, and he's looking directly at, and rather than Elnath this time, he's looking directly at Butler.
Butler will look to Kagura and then say, "Hey."
Sarai told me something very interesting just now.
Yeah?
Funny thing, actually. He tells me that you're our master.
Yeah, I guess I am the person in charge of the Rogues Guild.
So he was serious.
It's a living.
I don't understand. That makes no sense.
How so?
You were one of the people that encouraged me to come out here. Yet Grua tells me Elnath wanted me to stay home. If you two are working together, I would have assumed you two wanted the same thing. Yet when it comes to me, you two want completely opposite things. What's going on?
He glances to Elnath and then he just says, "You really told Rura that?" Elnath then coughs and then says, I might have said something along to those. And then Butler just interrupts him and then says, "You're grounded." Elnath gives Butler a look and then says, "You can't ground me. You're grounded, Elnath. Go to your room."
Oh shit.
Elnath slumps and then he begins to slowly walk towards his room, saying, "God damn it."
God damn it. He has too much authority.
Kagura, looking at this all dumbfounded, he looks back to Butler as like, I can't believe if you got him to listen to something that easily.
The thing about Elnath is that he's a massive dork.
Well, obviously.
You just need to speak in a firm tone, and he will back down.
That I've tried that a dozen times, and it only started working recently.
How long have you known him?
I want to say maybe a few months.
He nods and then says, "I've known Elnath for about 30 or 40 years now. Me and Maid, we tend to think of ourselves as his, shall we say, leash. We keep him from going off the deep end."
That actually sounds like a very interesting story. But for another time. Now, why did you want me to come out? Why did you want me to come out here? Everybody, it seemed like everybody, he was discouraging me from doing just that at the time.
I just told you the words you wanted to hear, instead of the words that people wanted you to hear.
That my sister wasn't safe in the world we live in now.
Was I wrong?
Unfortunately, you weren't. But that still doesn't answer my question. Why did you want me to come out here?
It wasn't that I wanted you to go out there. You wanted to go out there. I just gave you that push.
You make it sound as if you were manipulating me.
Not at all. I just told you what you needed to hear to make the decision on your own.
So you didn't so much want me to leave as much as you wanted me to decide for myself what to do about it.
He nods.
Which is also why you didn't stop me when I told you I was leaving.
He nods again.
I just have one more question.
Yeah?
Did you know about my father?
That he was a member of the syndicate?
Yes.
I'm thinking back and remembering, making sure I'm recalling this right. I had my suspicions, but I wasn't certain.
You're roboting.
Sorry, the voice channel is red. Let me know when it stops.
I can hear you now.
Okay. I wasn't sure at first, no. But I had my suspicions.
You just didn't have any evidence to go off of.
He nods. I mean, I can't just execute him because he's a drow. That's kind of racism.
It wasn't. You wouldn't be doing it because he was a drow. It's because he was suspected for betraying the royal family.
Would you like your sister killed because she was suspected of betraying the royal family? He shakes his head and then says, I don't convict without solid evidence. And if that's a failing on my part, so be it.
I can't blame you. There was a point in time where I trusted him too. Respected him even. That was the biggest mistake I ever made.
He nods. Anyway, if that's all, me and Sasha are going to go over the actual plan while Elnath is sulking.
Fine. It's nice to finally see the real you, Master.
He gives a shrug and he says, and it's nice to finally meet you too, shall we say. Though I've known you for some time.
You've known me since I was born, didn't you?
He nods.
No, I'm not surprising.
You are the prince.
An Elnath's descendant besides?
I didn't even know that, so.
Really? Yes, I guess there are some things he keeps to himself even from you, huh?
Well, you don't tell your parents everything.
No, you don't. He starts to walk away.
Butler will give him a nod in respect, and then he and Sasha begin to quietly talk.
And then you come up to Alexander and Lensing's conversation here in chat.
But we're going to pause that because Fiona has something she wants to do.
Well, I've got several things I want to do, as a matter of fact.
And you've got people approaching you, so what order do you want to take it in? Do you want to do your things, or do you want to talk to the people?
Well, first thing I'm gonna do is go find Elnath.
Alright, you find him sulking in his room. And I'm gonna switch the map back to the demi-plane here for a moment.
Sure. Demi-plane is too big.
Sorry, I can try and make it smaller later, okay?
I'm not. No, it's fine. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it on my usual computer. Doing this on my usual computer. So.
Yeah, I'll move you over.
Like the screen. Yeah, the screen is more narrow than I'm used to.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey, Elnath, you in there?
Yes, what do you want? He sounds a bit irritated.
And okay, this is going to be a bit of a weird question, but you are a man of some wealth, are you not?
I am, yes.
Would you say your wealth rivals that of the Syndicate?
At one point it did, but let's just say being generous to you all has made my budget a little smaller, shall we say?
a little smaller, meaning it's still really big, right?
I mean, I don't really have much to compare it to. What is it that you want?
Bigger than anything except the Syndicate at the height of its power, yes?
What is it that you are asking for?
Oh, I'm not asking nothing yet. I just need to get confirmation on something. I've got a plan, and it's not going to work unless you're really rich.
Well, in terms of raw gold, I have around 10,000 or so. But I do have enough magic items to outfit a small army.
It's not quite what I was hoping for, but it might be enough. I'll get back to you on this. Just a plan that I've been turning over in my head for a while.
Very well. I shall be here. Of my own choice. Of my own choice. This is my room.
You got it, buddy.
Did he notice that the thing was opened?
I'm assuming that you closed it after you left.
Yeah, good. I was making sure. I didn't say it, so I didn't know if you were going to roll it like that.
I assumed you would have closed it.
Okay.
What do you do next, Vienna?
Well, people wanted to approach me, so I guess I'll do that next.
Alright. So, those who are approaching Grisura, Vienna, go ahead.
Alright, Alex will say, could you two excuse me for a moment? It seems like I finally got an opportunity. And Alex does walk up to Vierna, and he says, "Hey Vierna, how you doing?"
Good.
All right. Well, we were all just discussing our plans for attacking Lundrak. Seems like we've got some forces on the ground, setting up a little base underground, right? So we kind of got ourselves a base to operate out of, kind of, I guess.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. On our way there, I was thinking that we recruit more people to the cause. And, well, since we have Lin singing Dewey, and he points behind him to the, giant panda yokai.
She waves.
Vienna waves back.
Well, transporting troops would be much easier, thanks now that she's here, and she has agreed to join the resistance. So, here's what I was thinking. We start calling in favors. People like Sword and his mercenaries, the druids, well, I believe Kagura's made mention of the druids already, but there you go. Wizards, whoever that, if they're ever volunteering, probably some of the merfolk, we can pick them up. Although some of them are probably already there. They're down in Lundruk waiting, but you get what I mean. Everyone that we've kind of already met and see if we can't get them on board. And there was one man in particular that I had that I was thinking you could call
on. Who?
Well, I know family is kind of a weird thing for you, but...
We want you to call your dad.
Yeah.
I've met him exactly once.
Yeah, and he stepped out of a hell portal to give you your birthday present. That's fucking cool of him.
Also updated up, by the way. Thank you, Becca.
Hey.
Why not? Hey, Dad, and it's me, Ivierna, the daughter you've interacted with exactly once. You want to go to war with me?
I think you have
Do
to
you
roll.
actually send that off?
No, that's Vierna, like, saying that out loud to see how it sounds.
Okay.
Don't forget to add in the fact that it's to spite his ex-wife. I'm sure he'd like that. Look, he's a Hell Knight, Vierna. You understand the kind of power that comes from that, right?
Oh, he's no Hell Knight.
Well, whatever it is that...
Same thing Rizura is now. Yes, right. I know the power they wield.
That's out of character knowledge, though. That's metagaming.
Oh, right. Forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Alex saying this man's a Hell Knight. He says, you understand the kind of power that comes with that, right? And think of this. This, as far as we know, is the one man who has defied her and has just continued to live his life like nothing matters.
Okay, but okay, but I'm gonna be honest. I do not know that we can trust him.
Why not? Oh, right, yeah, because the whole hell thing, right? I'm sorry, my head's been stuck in the clouds.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Let me put it to you like this: you can't trust demons, most certainly not, and you probably can't trust people who've like forged pacts with demons because I mean, if demons are going to screw you over, then the warlock or whatever is probably going to screw you over as well. But I don't know. I guess that's where Elnath comes in. We can kind of like keep tabs on him or something.
Maybe.
I mean, look, it's an idea. You don't have to call him. I'm just. It's not necessarily a good idea. I'm just saying. One more shock trooper wouldn't exactly be too bad of an idea.
Maybe. By the way, yeah. By the way, Alex.
Yep.
So, we have spies as in Lundruk, yes? Like Thieves Guild and stuff?
Oh, well, I mean, I would assume so, yes. I mean, it goes without saying, if you're starting a war, you need spies.
Do they know who's in charge of the garrison there, beyond just Carrig?
Well, I mean, they certainly should. That would be a question for Butler, though, I would imagine.
As a side note,
okay.
Alex isn't metagaming here. Just a side note.
Right.
I mean, he would know more than I would. It's not like I'm in direct contact with the spies.
Well, kind of made it sound like he briefed you or something. Whatever.
I mean, briefed in the briefest way possible, I should say.
All right, I guess I'd better go find him then.
Yep, but yeah, give consideration to calling up Dante, will ya?
I will consider it.
Like I said, no pressure. You don't need to call him. Just I know family's a weird thing right now.
Very much so.
Alright, well,
All right then.
awkward silence, and just he walks off.
And then I believe Grisora also wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, you it was to ask a question that I have already asked Kagra.
What might that be?
This is out of character, but I was asking if what the next step was, and since we're going to Lundrak, there's no need to ask that anymore.
Not sure why Grisora would want to ask me that, but okay.
Mostly
Alright.
to make sure you're alive.
Right.
So-
Okay, now I guess next I gotta go find Butler then.
Okay. Butler is over down
Where's-
here with Sasha.
The other guy I needed to talk
Grizzer's just gonna wander the city.
Okay. Roll me 1d20, Grisora.
Okay.
Could have gone 1d2, but 1d20 will work. You, as you wander the city, you run into a pickpocket who steals your coin and then leads you on a wild goose chase before handing it back and instructing you on how to better watch your money.
And as soon as he does that, I give him a punch in the face.
He takes it and then says, "That's fair, bye now." And he walks away and you realize that you've lost 5 gold.
God dang it. I deserve that. Steals your gold anyway.
Well, let's pay for the tips and the advice and the whole punching thing.
Yeah, that-
Unsolicited.
So, Fiona, what do you do?
Hey, Butler, you're in charge of... Hey, Butler, you got a second?
Yeah?
You're in charge of all our spies in Lundrak, right?
Yeah?
Do they have the name of whoever is in charge of the syndicate, of any syndicate forces there? Beyond, like, just Carrick, I assume.
Well, we've actually inquired, and while there are some generals and stuff that take care of the main general forces, there doesn't seem to actually be much of a power structure. It's just the people who manage the armies, and then there's Carrick.
The people who manage the armies, like, do you have names for them? Like, I need their names.
He nods and he gives you a list of names on a piece of paper.
And okay, I look over. Do I recognize any of these names? I assume I know some of them at least.
Maybe a couple. Most of them are syndicate members, yeah.
And right now, okay. So, do I know their the ones I recognize? Do I know their reputations?
No, you've never really met them. You just know that they're often people that work under your brother. Like they're part of his private forces.
Okay.
Like you had your own private forces, and when you decided to go rogue, they were given to your brother.
Well. Okay, so like so like some of them, so like some of those, and like some of those were those are, like those I guess are among the list of the names I see here.
Yes.
So
That's-
I do know some of them at least.
Yes, but you've not really talked to them. I'm assuming because Fiona was very much get away from everything syndicate when she was growing up.
Not so much actually.
Fair
Not
enough.
at. Okay, basically, Vierna's Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Vierna is trying to work out which of them and would be the most bribable.
All right, you're all of them are fairly bribable, but for the most
Ooh,
part,
that's
you're pretty sure that, like, even if you manage to bribe them all, the ones that are loyal to Kerrig are probably not going to. At most, you'd be able to halve the force. And that's if everyone agreed to the bribe.
Oh, I've got a plan for that too.
Anyway, is that all?
From Butler at least, yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then I turn to Sasha. So Sasha, one last thing you're gonna need. I take out Dolphin Sorrow. Any more power can be pulled out of this, I'm gonna. It's like normally I wouldn't ask, but this is kind of in every advantage I can get situation.
He'll pick up the hammer and then look it over, and he seems to be thinking for a moment, and then he says, "Yeah, if you give me a day, I can upgrade this for you."
Go ahead.
He nods, and then he says to Butler, "I'll leave the rest, the small stuff to you. I'm gonna take care of this." Alright, I guess I'll need to go get Eldnath. And, Sasha gives a wave, and then he heads to the ocean and just dives straight into it.
So, out of character, you guys will know the full process of Vierna's plan and basically in the next big team meeting.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Let's say I have been planning this for Vierna has been planning this for some time now.
Alright, so the only reason I'm not doing that now is because A, we're nearing time, and B, other people do need a bit of time as well. So, Allah, what are you doing?
I honestly just waiting for people to be asked to enter because I have the key, I believe.
Alex has a key too.
Yeah, he used this though, didn't he?
Yeah, I used it to open the door, and then I gave you the spare key.
Yeah,
Alright.
so I can want to open the door now.
Alright, Dennis, Grisura, Kagra?
Yeah?
What are you guys doing?
Dennis has already expressed a concern to Alex, and he's gonna send another sending to him that says, "I'm going to let you take care of it. I'm currently watching the two most beautiful things playing chess against each other."
Sure, whatever.
Alright, Kagra?
Who else did you ask if they were doing something?
You.
Just me?
Grisura.
And Grisura.
I'll let Grisura go first.
Grisura's still wandering the city until she meets back up with the group.
Okay. You meet up back with the group. Kagra?
Okay, Kagura finally takes out the sending stone Alar gave him and speaks into it. Eris, can you hear me?
Wow, you took a long time to get back. I only barely remember the conversation we had when I think it was like midnight or something.
Well, don't worry about it. We didn't say that much to each other at the time. I believe you were just going to sleep, as a matter of fact. But that's a conversation for another time. I have something really important I need to ask you, and possibly law as well.
Say no more. We're on board.
You know
That there's a war going on? Of course.
you're okay with this? I mean, you'd be putting your people at risk.
I've been training them for this purpose. They've already taken our home. we had to move to get to a more forest where they wouldn't be able to find us.
I see. Then... Alright then. Welcome to the scene, Iris.
Not all the druids are battle ready, but I will send over those who that are. Where are you heading next? I'll send them there.
Lundruk.
All
We're
right.
taking Lundruk next.
I'll meet up with your forces there. I'm sure we'll find them.
You'll know us. You'll know you found us when you see Alar.
Yeah. It'll be nice to see my sister again.
I'm sure she's been looking forward to seeing you too.
Alright.
And
I
for-
gotta get
and-
going.
And for me to finally give this back to her.
Yes, please do. I miss talking to my sister.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, I gotta get going. I've got some lessons on the proper use of fire to do with some younger druids.
All right then. Try not to burn the trees around you, okay?
It's all a part of nature. And that's the last message she sends.
Yeah, wildfire druids, boy.
Kagura just kind of lets the arm he's holding the sending stone go limp as he lets out a relieved sigh. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I don't know if I should feel good. I don't know if I should feel good about that or bad.
Well, I'd say feel cautiously optimistic about it.
Sure. I have to go give this back to Alar now.
Ah, right, yes, sending stones. Speaking of which,
Yeah, Linsing has been waiting patiently.
yeah, just to wrap up right quick, Alex goes to find where Mercy set up his shop.
You find it. However, yeah, he's selling a pair of sending stones. They're about, yeah, I'd say about 100 gold.
Easy as, just straight 100.
Yeah, with your discount.
Yep,
Just because I'm lazy.
Yep, that works. And he says, "Thank you, Mercy," and just immediately leaves.
Oh, of course. Come back soon. Thank you for liberating the town. I'm doing so much more business now.
Well, business is going to be booming soon.
Oh, indeed. Nothing but a war to boom business.
Strengthens the economy.
Indeed.
Anyway,
Ta-ta.
so yeah, he comes back to Ling Sing, kind of panting, and is like, okay, and he hands her one of the stones. Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
All right, now you can keep us updated if you run into any snags, and if we need you to find some new allies, we'll just let you know immediately, and you can bring them over with Dewey.
Of course.
And again, thank you very much for joining our fight. I know it's not easy.
War is never easy.
Well, just keep yourself safe, all right? And he gives her another hug.
You as well. She gives her a less powerful hug. Just pats her on the back.
All right, and that's that.
Alright, she's gone. That's my
Alright.
cameo. Good night, folks.
Thanks for coming, Becca.
Alright, I'll still be on. I'll just be muted.
Yeah,
Good night.
Bye. So, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Yeah, I got my thing still.
Alright. So, after It's been a bit of a day, you know. It's only been a couple of hours, but perhaps you guys decide to head in to get lunch or something. And Allah has the key to the demiplane. Who heads in first?
I guess Alex does.
Okay.
Timing couldn't have been better.
Insert perfectly timed door opening track here.
I was
Timing
prepared.
Timing couldn't be more perfect.
So,
Somebody should.
So Allah, what do you do?
Oh, I guess How long has it been?
Been most of the day.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't want to open the door or leave it open to gather people. I wanted people to come in here. I kind of forgot to use the key. My bad.
Yeah. Demiplane's a bit tough to access when you only got like one charge in like 2 keys, but you know what, it is what it is.
That is fair. So, we can get some people back over here. I got a thing I want to announce.
All right. Well, and Alex goes and rounds everyone up.
I'm gonna move you guys over to the demiplane just because that way your tokens are already rounded up, more or less. If that's alright.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, Rura has popped away, I'm guessing, Iceely, right?
Yeah, Ruru is currently helping make cook for the entire army.
Oh, okay. I'll just inform Rura, see what happens later.
Yep. Go on.
Alrighty. Actually, she heads to the kitchen and grabs her 2 things. She knocks on Elnath's door too. Elnath, got a meeting. You wanna come?
Very well. I suppose I shall make an appearance.
And then she knocks on Soren's door too. Soren, come on, we're coming.
Yes, okay.
And then, like, I guess Kagra's sister is still here too, right over here.
Yeah, she'll be following Sren. They might have been
Okay.
gossiping.
Oh, okay.
Might have, or definitely?
What?
Might have, or definitely?
Might have.
Okay.
Alright, guys, I got 2 announcements for you. This isn't nothing special or anything, but I figured since we have taken over, or not taken over, we have liberated, that's the right word, Shady Sands. I call for a celebration, and she places down the giant cake first. It's also been a year since we started adventuring. I figured we might celebrate that. I don't know. It's just something we should do, I guess.
Well, the cake actually looks really nice. Thank you, Allah.
I had maid help me, honestly. I didn't do too much. I played with a lot of the bacon mist. It was messy.
Still, it looks delicious. Smells fantastic too.
Oh, that's not that cake. She looks yelling at that's this cake, and she shows off the chocolate fudge one.
His eyes look down to it and he sniffs. That smells like dragon chocolates.
No idea what you're talking about. Also, I have another announcement for Elnath and Seren.
Yes. His eyes haven't left the cake.
Seren, it's also almost been a year since you've been free, so this is your happy free day.
Oh, thank you.
And we can eat the cake right in front of him. I want you to look him right in the eye and eat the cake. Do it.
She sort of ducks under the table.
Look him in the eyes. Look him in the eyes. You eat what is most precious to him.
Elnath's eye twitches.
Alex is like looking around and he's like, am I missing something here?
I was wondering what happened to the dragon chocolates in my private chocolate sanctum.
I found these myself. She has like a slice.
Where did you find these chocolates?
Somewhere.
Elnath steps over and actually stops her from eating the slice by putting his hand to block her mouth. Where did you find these chocolates?
Gazura
I
backs
think-
away.
I think you have also answers I need to have.
Where did you
'Cause I have
find these
questions for you.
chocolates, Allah?
Wine tastes really good with chocolates, you know?
He snatches the entire cake, or attempts to.
Better roll that.
Yep, let me get his most recent stat sheet. Where is it? Things were changed around, so I don't have everything all set. Like, I'm still relearning where everything is.
I gotcha.
So, that'll be a sleight of hand check, I think. And that'll be your perception. So roll me a perception check. You don't get to use your passive for this.
She's like, you don't get the cheat. Damn. 24.
Oh, it's a good thing our
Damn it! He rolled a 23. So you watch as he tries to swipe the entire cake, but you manage to keep the slice you already cut off.
Alar bites into the slice.
He carefully turns and he tears open a hole in reality and he places the cake inside before closing it. And then he turns to Alar and he brings his hands to just under his chin and he looks at her with a smile.
Ooh, oh no. Alex just kind of slowly looks away.
I would advise everyone but Alar to leave the near vicinity.
You know, stealing a girl's cake that she carefully made for her friend is not very nice.
Yeah, Gazura already left.
Yeah, Alex is gone. You just see a smoke trail where he once was.
Dennis, make sure
Fiona
to bring his girlfriend with him while leaving.
Drown's still playing
Fiona-
chess.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Vierna grabbed a slice of cake when no one was looking and then just headed off towards the library.
Yeah, Kagura quickly. Kagura quickly. Before all hell breaks loose, Alar, he hands her back the sending stone. Oh, and yes, I finally got in touch with her, and she said she's on board. Sorry it took so long.
Oh, thank you, dear. I was actually going to take that from you later on. I have missed talking to her.
So, as you hand her the stone, Kagura, just a side note, both you and Alar notice that Elnath's eyes aren't silver. They're red. He begins casting a spell. He is going to cast Time Stop. He's going to use his first action to take and eat the rest of the cake. He is then going to grab a marker and completely deface you with scribbles and circles. He's then going to stick a sign on your back that says, "Kick me. I have a horse ass." And then with his final turn, well, actually, no, he has one extra turn, because 1d4 plus 1. So, actually, let me roll that real quick. Yeah, so he has 5 turns. Okay. He's going to spend his next turn moving you So you're standing right on top of the pool. I know that's too far a distance for combat wise, but you're fine with it, right, Alal?
It's rule of funny.
Rule of funny, you know what I mean?
It's true. It's so easy for you to prank me with God, because you have fucking God spells. But okay, yeah, go for it.
And then with his
On top of what? Where is he placing her?
On top of the pool, okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Okay.
my bad.
And then for his final turn, he is going to... He's going to just lift up his hands and snap his fingers to end the spell. So you, first things first, you fall into the pool. The sign on your back actually ends up floating to the surface as it was just placed on your back. It wasn't sticky taped or anything. And most of the makeup actually washes off, except for small bits which you did in permanent marker that are like little tears, and then there's like a dot on your nose, and you know that he wrote on your wrist like, "I will not steal Elnas chocolates." And yeah, you're in the pool now.
Can she swim?
Yeah. Olar lands in the pool, and she just like looks over to herself. Oh, at least I'm clever with my stuff.
Shut
Great
up!
child.
He looks to her and then he says, "If you touch my dragon chocolates again, I will use power word kill on you."
That's fair. I would figure you would say that for the other thing I found in your room.
What did you find in my room?
Oh, I guess I can't tell you now since you got a power word killed me.
What did you find in my room, Laura?
Huh. What did I find? She's like thinks for a moment. Oh yeah. Heart-shaped bed. Very, very tasteless. But there was something about it that was a little bit weird.
Elnath grips his hands tightly and then he says, as his eyes open again, there's Silver, and he says, "I apologize for teasing you. Satisfied?"
I still have questions, but I don't think you'll be the type to answer them. So yeah, I'm satisfied.
Did you open the hatch?
If I did.
Did you open the hatch?
Okay, so OSC knowledge. I would know it's a 9th level spell, right? Or would I not know?
You didn't cast it. You decided not to cast, so no, you wouldn't.
Okay.
You just know that it's a powerful spell.
I just know it's a powerful spell. I know it's a powerful ward. Okay. I wouldn't be so careless to do that. If that much is what you're worried about. I trust you. As much as those words don't fall flat.
Elnath breathes in, and then he lifts a hand, and he basically helps you out of the water, and then he uses a spell to dry you off. You know, prestidigitation. Simple.
It's the
Yeah, all of the effects are gone.
Okay.
It's prestidigitation. It cleans you up.
Shit. Okay, got it.
And then he says, "You know, I trusted you all not to go into my room. And I clearly put too much trust into you. Just
If
as
that's
you
how you
put
see
too
it.
much trust into me. Seems I'll have to lock my room from now on."
Be better if you did. Hope that'll be a lesson to both of us if that's how we're going to take it.
mistake. I appreciate your prank. It was quite entertaining. But there are certain things in my room that are better left untouched.
And so far, I haven't touched them, and nor have I spread the word of them. If you don't believe me, you can ask the others. Then again, that would be kind of foolish of you.
No, I do believe you. You're not the type to lie about this sort of thing. Beneath the hatch is where I keep all the shipping charts. And then he turns and he begins to walk away.
Damn it. I'm gonna roll insight on that first off.
Okay.
Damn it.
He appears to be telling the truth.
The most important one. I'll never know.
It's things like it's situations like this where you take the lucky feat.
Yeah, I don't want to be too broken there.
And it's situations like this is the reason why it's banned.
But yeah, the only thing you actually lost was the cake. Elnath,
That was made.
you did get a bite of it though, but Elnath ate the rest of it with it when it stopped time.
Well,
Not the
also
giant
Bjorn
cake,
grabbed
the
slice of it.
small cake.
Okay.
Not the giant cake, the small cake.
Well, better apologize now after what happened. I actually did want to celebrate it, but I kind of took it too far.
But yeah, like the only remnant is the sign on the floating in the pool, and the words are starting to get a little blurry. You get the impression Elnath is really bad at pranks.
He has the power to do everything.
And this is what he uses it for.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, when you can break reality over your knee and you do it so many times, it kind of just becomes boring, you know? So you just think of creative ways to just screw reality.
Alara collects the trash and tosses it away.
Do you leave the big cake?
Yeah. I'm leaving it in the center for people to eat if they ever wanted it or not.
I'm sure everyone will
Didn't
grab a
he
slice.
put the big cake in the pocket dimension?
No, there was two cakes. There was a big cake,
Ah,
and then there was a small cake that was made out of entirely dragon chocolates.
Okay.
So, what else do you do, Ala?
If I'm allowed to, I like to use the setting stone.
You can't. Kargra used it today.
Is it limited?
Yeah, once per day.
Is it? So weird. Okay.
Technically,
Yeah, it
you're not-
recharges it. It
Technically,
recharges at dawn.
Technically, you're not even supposed to be able to send multiple messages. It's only one message a day, but I waived that rule because it's stupid.
Okay.
Like,
Didn't know that.
how else are you supposed to have a conversation? Like, I don't like that rule, but yeah, it's once a day.
And that's why smartphones are superior to sending stones.
Okay. Well, she sees that it doesn't work because he did say he used it earlier, and she will just wait till tomorrow for that.
Okay.
She'll go to Seren in particular, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
There you are. No, it's fine. I'm sorry, I didn't get the joke. I've never seen him that angry.
It's okay.
You violated the sanctity of the dragon chocolate.
You're gonna shut it.
I mean, and Seren looks down and then sort of fidgets, and it's actually Emma that speaks up and says, "We've actually got an idea of how to prank him."
I'll hear it. I probably will leave it
Vienna's
alone.
head
Though.
jerks around at that.
She looks to Vienna and then says, "Zombie chocolates."
I'm so proud.
Wait, Emmy, when did you start coming up with pranks?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then Seren's like apologizing.
don't be-
and then
never
Seren starts
apologize.
apologizing and going, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I was making jokes and I didn't mean to. I'm sorry."
No. No. Do not apologize for this. This is great.
I'm sorry. That
It's
was
fine.
Seren, by the way.
It's fine. It's fine. A little fun. There's nothing wrong with a little fun making as long as it doesn't go too far.
But I thought it was a really fun idea. I mean, zombie
Well,
chocolates.
elaborate on what it means, because zombie chocolates is a little bit vague.
We turn his entire stash into zombies, and then they attack him. But yeah.
I'm not. I can't do that unless we get a fresh batch, and we can't do that.
I
Prefer
mean, we
not
could
to.
ask Maid to make some.
Possibly, we'll think on it. I'm a little bit done with pranks in particular for the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I deserved it. I'm sorry I kind of ruined the celebration. I was just trying to make people happy.
No.
And also annoy Elna.
I was happy. I just didn't. I'm sorry. I really liked the idea, and I wanted to celebrate it.
Alar goes into thought for a moment. Then she just picks up Seren and puts it on her back. Then we'll celebrate it. Let's go.
Seren goes red as she's sort of carried away, and she goes, all right.
She goes to the beach, and then we can leave that there.
Okay. So, Vienna, Kagura, what do you do?
And Alex is in the stables, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he just immediately darted to the stables when it's like everything started getting. He's currently playing with Asha.
Oh, then that's where Vienna is going to go.
Okay. Emma's gonna, give her brother a hug and then head back to her room and say, I'm sorry. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah. Talk to you later, Emmy.
She nods and she heads to her room. Sorry about my cat.
That's the owl cat.
Yes, it's the owl cat. It's meowing
It's
because
upset at losing its guests.
it's meowing because it lost. It's a sore loser.
Right, so... Hey, Alex? I've got an idea.
You get him in the middle as he's like, scratching like the pot in between Ash's ears.
Okay,
All right.
So-
yeah, what's your idea? Actually, you know what? Hold on. And he just kind of, tries to calm Asher down a bit. It's like, let's go in where there isn't prying eyes.
oh, right.
Feckless Felicia over there.
It's a very cumbersome nickname you've given her, but okay.
Well, I wanted it to rhyme, but I couldn't really think of anything. Just fuckhead Felicia, but I felt that was too cruel.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, sounds like a good one. In the training room.
Right. Now, so I assume you remember how we hired Ublins to burn the Syndicate records.
Indeed, I did. That was awesome.
Well, I think now is a good time to inform you that there is actually a part 2 to that plan.
You're going to see if you can't hire them for a bit of mercenary work in the war.
Well, it's a little bit more nuanced than that. And she pulls out the list. Half of the guys, these are the syndicates and also royal generals that are currently in charge of the forces defending Lundrak.
Yeah, not really. That's
They all report to Herrig. Half of the people on that list used to report to me.
okay. So part 2 to this plan is: are you planning to send swords mercenaries in to sabotage them?
No. See, it wasn't. You see, it was when we burned the syndicate's records. It wasn't just their leverage that took a hit; it was their income. Their paychecks will have suffered. I say we bribe them.
I see. So you're thinking if we can work up the money, then they might turn code, as it were.
Something like that. There's no way we'd get the people who used to work the people who used to work under me anyway. I doubt we'll get any of Carrick's men on side.
I mean, there's also the possibility that they just won't really accept a bribe because, well, I mean, he leans in and says, "I don't want to give your mother credit, but she is a scary individual. They probably wouldn't want to get on her bad side."
Well then, Mister. You've always been really good at making pretty words and persuading people. So you'd better bring your A game on this one.
No pressure, then. I mean, I can maybe pull out could perform a rousing speech, but
no,
we'll see.
You're not going to make them a speech, dude. You're going to make them an offer.
All right. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. So, at first I thought. At first I thought that. Now, my first thought was Elnath might foot the bill. But I don't know if he'd actually be interested in doing that.
Well,
So,
it is possible. It is possible that we might be able to dip a little into the kingdom's coffers. It's a thought.
Wait.
Alex is implying that there's probably loads of treasure in the castle, so we could probably promise them a fraction of that.
Or we have a thieves guild on. We have a thieves guild on call, don't we?
Indeed, we do.
Why don't we? Well, then maybe we might be able to offer to pay them in advance. Then
Through the thieves guild.
get the thieves guild to break into the treasury before the battle.
He gives a slight look and just kind of throws his arm around your shoulder. Vienna, my God, I love that devious mind of you.
I hate to give my mother credit, but I did absorb some of those lessons she tried to taught me.
She can suck an egg. This is all you.
Right. So, where's Butler?
I think he's still bumming around outside.
I can bring him in if you like.
Tomorrow. I'm gonna go see if there's any more cake.
All right. Well, that's a good idea. We'll see what we can do with it.
Alright, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
I'm good.
Kagura, Dennis?
I'm
Nothing I
good.
could think of.
Okay. Then there's just one more thing I want to do. Allah?
Hmm.
You're at the beach with Sren, yes?
Yeah.
Alright. Roughly about an hour later, you hear the door open and Elnath actually steps through.
Olar is immediately on guard, but she just looks to Overdome.
Good day, well, evening at this point, Allah. May I talk to you for a moment?
Of course. What is the issue?
I wish to apologize for my temper earlier. They are just dragon chocolates. And he pulls out the complete cake that's only missing the slice she took and offers it.
Olar blinks at this, completely confused, but she accepts the cake. Thank you?
I do admire you trying to celebrate, and I shouldn't have soured that. I do apologize.
Half of it, though, was to attack you, so it's also my fault.
It was a very funny prank. Though, please don't go into my room next time, and if you want to prank me, just ask me to make some chocolates. Alright?
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. I'm sorry for letting my temper get the best of me.
At least it was harmless. That's all I can say.
He nods. Well, that is all I wish to say. You have a wonderful evening, yes?
You do the same.
He nods and he heads back to his room.
Olar would share a slice with Seren.
She would bite into it and then her face would scrunch up and she says, too sweet.
Too sweet. Man, I gotta think of something else then.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I probably put a little bit too much chocolate in here.
It
Oh no, you
tastes
put. It's fine.
It tastes like
Like-
diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah, Vierna finally takes one bite. Like, just smash cut to Vierna taking one bite of the cake, and then just using prestidigitation to adjust the taste.
May made that one. That's the big cake.
Yeah, that's the big cake. This is the tiny cake that was made out of pure dragon chocolates. There's two cakes.
And oh,
But yeah, I get what you're saying
Gee.
though, and it was a funny joke.
I got confused by which cake was which.
Yeah.
Right. you're
Anyway.
fine.
Is there anything else you want to do, along?
That'll be it for now. We can cut.
Alright. Well, with that said, I think it's time to wrap up this session. So, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you again next week.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
My cat says goodbye.
Bye.
Family darkest fear.